continues with Dan Baruth. I'm Scott Warris, now joined up in the booth here by head coach Dennis Miller. The Warriors' convincing win 34-7 over Aurora. Coach, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of good things to talk about team-wise and individual-wise, but I think the thing that I'm most impressed with is how your players and your staff bounced back with undoubtedly your best all-around performance of the year, coming off certainly your most frustrating and disappointing loss of the year. Just your initial thoughts on your guys rebounded admirably today.
Well, I'm really proud of them, and I would agree with you. I think Thursday was just such a disappointment for a variety of reasons. I mean, we lost the game, and that was the number one disappointment, but the weather, the atmosphere, the everything was just a disappointment, and to come back from that against arguably maybe the second best defense in the conference. Ours is the best defense in the conference. To come back and not just win, or not just win by the skin of our teeth, but to thoroughly dominate the game. I am just very impressed. And we talked before the game. We haven't this year put it all together in one game: offense, defense, and special teams. And we had a couple of breakdowns on special teams, but beyond that, we really, we made our extra points, we made our field goals, we did the things we're supposed to do, and then offensively and defensively, I just was really, really pleased with how we played.
Well, when we talked last in that game against Concordia, you said you dominated every stat category except two: the turnovers and obviously the final score. We see that again today, except those last two categories you guys did dominate. Coach, you forced 10 turnovers. You turned it over 9 times last year at these guys. This year you turn around and take it away from them 10 times.
Yeah, that's just awesome. My son said that to me right after the game on the field when we were talking. He said, well, hey, seven picks or turnovers or something last year. I know it was unbelievable, but yeah. And again, that's the defense just playing great. I mean, we turned the ball over too much today. We can't do that. One of them was kind of an inconsequential turnover, but we can't do that. But when our defense is getting the ball for us 10 times, I mean, just think how that sounds. 10 times we had a different opportunity on a possession. So they're just playing great defense. Coach Murphy and that group is just doing a great job.
Yeah, certainly. The game plan, as we'll keep it on defense a little longer here, the game plan on defense was you got to be able to shut down the running game between Ryan Reeder and between Mike Anderson, their starting quarterback, and they were non-factors. What schematically were you guys able to accomplish today to neutralize the running attack?
Well, I think what really worked well for us today is that we were ending up manning up our backers on their backs a lot. They like to do little wheel routes and little routes to the outside, and actually they caught us on one early in the game where we gave up about a 20 or 30 yard or more maybe even pass, but that was about the only damage they did with that the whole game. And I think that kind of turned the tide, because when that happens, then all of a sudden those first looks are more difficult for the quarterback, and that's when the pressure can get to him.
Offensively for you guys today, Coach, were you at all, and I realize the way the turnovers went, you were getting outstanding field position, certainly. Were you at all surprised at the effectiveness of your offense against such a good defense?
I'm going to answer that honestly, no. Because if we are efficient when we're diverse, diversity is the hardest thing to defend. And if they can sit on our run game and we can't throw, then we're in trouble. But if we can throw, if we can play action, if we can do all those sorts of things, we get them on edge a little bit. I tell you, they have great players at Funk, and I'm just looking at the stats. He only had one tackle, but he factored into every play. We had to know where he was at all times because he's just so fast and active. And so I just thought the diversity that we did offensively and the fact that we were efficient with diversity is what allowed us to be successful.
I'm going to ask you one more, and then I'll turn it over to Dan. As we talk offense, a couple weeks back, you incorporated that little pop pass over the middle into your offense, and we saw it in spurts. I thought today, and I think back, is it the Tramberg? No, I beg your pardon, it was the Josh Farrell little pop pass over the middle. He goes for 41 yards. I really thought that play, that call in particular, he went to the well a couple of times, but it paid off every single time. That was a key cog, especially latter portions of the first half and in the second half, the pop pass.
Yeah, it was. And again, the reason for it and the reason that it was effective is because they were blitzing so much. And when they blitz that much, they give something up. And you know, we have to be good enough to take advantage if they give it up, and we were today. I mean, Zach did a masterful job. Other than one interception was a bad interception, the long thrown interception with a minute and something left. That was a poor interception, but the other one was, you know, good play. Who knows what caused that whole situation.